Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In Forrester's design office, Brooke walks by and catches Carter bending over Hope, who's on the office. She gasps, "Oh my God." Hope ending the door, she asks, "You and Carter?" Hope tells her mama there's further to this than what it seems. They aren't just chaffing around. Brooke gawps, "Stay, you two are involved?" She realizes this is why they've been backing each other. Hope tells her no bone can know about this, especially not Ridge. In the main office, Steffy, Ridge and Eric bandy Carter's drive for expansion, which she thinks has come out of nowhere. Eric's amused by how fired up Carter was, but says it's no way going to be. Ridge likes his action. Steffy and Eric agree, but it's too important. They establish that they're a family company that doesn't have to answer to shareholders or investment enterprises. Eric says Carter's plan would change all that. Ridge wonders why he wants to take such a threat now. What's Carter thinking? They wonder why Carter kept this to himself and also sprung it on them now. This is uncharted home. Eric thinks it would change the company into a brand name and it would no longer be a fashion house. "I don't want to do this." Ridge points out it would bring in a lot of plutocrat. They're reached the apex as a fashion house. He and Eric debate the taking on of debt and Steffy interjects they'd have to give up control. Ridge feels Carter knows what he's doing, but why now? Why do it right now? Steffy doesn't know if Carter's plan is right for them. Ridge says, or the right time for us. She's all about invention. There's a reason why they're so successful. They go over their once pitfalls. Steffy says this is the house of Forrester. They don't need investment bankers looking over their shoulders. Eric and Ridge agree. Eric says they don't follow trends, they set them. Steffy loves that. She questions taking the threat now. Ridge does too. Eric thinks commodity is going on then. Why this unforeseen desire for change? In the design office, Hope does up her buttons as Brooke asks Carter what about her family, Katie? Hope's aunt. Carter says they've been over for a while now. Brooke asks if she knows about this. Hope says they don't want anyone to know. Brooke asks why, because it's a fling answer? Hope says no, they're just giving themselves time to see how it goes. They're enjoying seeing each other. Brooke squints in secret. Carter says it's because of what's going on at the office with Hope's line. She asks her mama to promise not to say anything. In the main office, Ridge says Carter's no way steered them wrong ahead. Steffy says recently it feels out of sync. Eric thinks he wants to pursue gains, but they've no way been about that. He wants this company to be then for his great-grandchildren, and he's hysterical if what'n't be if they take on debt. Steffy has another concern. Carter's had a lot to say about the Logans. He doesn't like her station on Hope's line. He thinks she has a particular beef that she's allowing to impact her business opinions. Eric thinks she's been veritably patient with Hope for the future. Steffy thanks her forefather. Talk turns to him springing Ivy and her jewelry line on Steffy. She thinks he should have consulted with them first before inviting Ivy to her office. Ridge shrugs that it was just an idea. Steffy says it's the timing of it all at formerly. It makes her wonder if Hope is getting into Carter's head ever. In the design office, Hope tells Brooke they wouldn't be suitable to take their time if everyone chimes in. Carter says Hope shouldn't have to defend her passions or conduct. Brooke asks, "What about you, Carter?" Carter says Hope encouraged him to partake his vision for Forrester. "She inspires me. Brings out the stylish in me." Hope says Carter brings out the stylish in her too. She reminds her mama how he defended her and her line. Brooke says that's awful, but it's business. Hope argues it's about respect. Carter and Hope want the same effects, including ending the Forrester and Logan war. That's not going to be the way effects are, and they're having a little fun in the process. Carter's sorry she had to walk in on it. Brooke says they're both subscribing grown-ups. "But I do have my enterprises, and you're going to hear them." In the main office, Ridge tells Steffy she has every reason to be guarded where Hope is concerned. Eric agrees. Steffy says she kissed her hubby. She doesn't trust her. She's starting to suppose she might be manipulating Carter. That would explain why he's her supporter. Ridge says his fidelity is to the company. Steffy reminds him it wasn't that long agone that Carter agreed with her about cutting the line. Ridge says it doesn't matter. She gave her enough time to turn effects around, however, they've to make a change. It doesn't count what Carter says. If Hope doesn't come up with the figures. Eric agrees exactly. This is our company. We know what's stylish for Forrester. In the design office, Brooke asks Carter to be fully honest with her. You're no longer involved with Katie? Carter says they're still musketeers. Brooke points out he's Ridge's stylish friend and a top-positioned superintendent there. Hope asks if she's inferring they shouldn't be involved with each other because they work together. She reminds her that Carter's not her master. Brooke is relieved she has someone in her corner. There's a lot of pressure around there and she doesn't want it to impact them. Hope says they want to take their time with this and see how it goes. She tells her mama that Carter knows about the mess with Finn. Carter understands what it's like to be drawn to the wrong person. They thank Brooke for her support, and for keeping this to herself. Steffy walks by and asks if she's interposing commodity. Carter says they were agitating work. Steffy says, oh okay, however, also you can tell me what's going on if you were agitating work. Steffy Forrester is about to reach her breaking point. Whether Steffy ends up cutting Hope Logan's line, firing Carter Walton or both, some huge changes are brewing at Forrester Creations. Could this lead to Hope and Carter taking their bents away? Although Carter and Hope had big plans at Forrester, they might shift gears and explore their dreams in a whole new way. Carter may not be suitable to produce the giant luxury empire that he was hoping for, at least not right now. Still, Carter and Hope could team up on starting a rival fashion house. Still, also some revengeful plans could bubble up for Hope and Carter, if Steffy cuts one or both of them loose at Forrester Creations. It's easy to imagine Carter and Hope allowing they can produce a fashion house that's willing to be far more innovative. Would Zen Forrester Dominguez jump boat at Forrester Creations if Hope and Carter made the right pitch? It's possible Zen would be willing to come on for the lift. The same goes for Ivy Forrester and Electra Forrester if Steffy continues to make effects delicate for them. You can go Steffy wouldn't be happy about Ridge Forrester booting her rejection of the revived jewelry line. Steffy may take her wrathfulness out on Ivy and prescription every design she tries to offer. It might come a frustrating situation where there's absolutely no pleasing Steffy, so Ivy could get fed up. Still, perhaps they could form a talented platoon that includes Zend, Ivy and Electra for their rival fashion house. If Carter and Hope play their cards right, however, she could join them too, if Brooke Logan's relationship with Ridge falls piecemeal. As for how all this would be funded, Carter was formerly willing to offer up some of his own plutocrat to invest in Forrester's future. Maybe Carter could take that plutocrat and put it toward an adventure with Hope rather. Since Liam Spencer is hoping to win Hope back, he might move Bill Spencer to invest as part of a reunion strategy. Either this would be a good chance for Bill to flex his power against the Forresters, which he always enjoys. Well, Spencer might also push Bill to invest if he views this as a great occasion for Electra, the rearmost crush in his life. We might see will follow Electra over to Hope's platoon and pressure Bill to supply the finances. Whatever the case, our B&B prognostications allude that Steffy's feud with Hope is about to soar to new heights, so stick with us for updates on all the erupting conflict.